Welcome back to the VST channel. I have here the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and in this video we are going to review the updated Galaxy Enhance X. Well, if you don't know, that's an app that allows you to perform some AI editing stuff on your pictures, and it had a rather rough start. At some point even we were not able to install it, we had to sideload it. But anyway, right now according to Samsung, this is a one-stop AI solution for all media enhancements. With a single tap you should be able to fix all the imperfections, and this is something I'm gonna test in this video. They released the version 2.027 some days ago, 155 megabytes, and in this video I'm going to review all that we can do. Now, have in mind, guys, that this is most probably Samsung response to the Google Pixel 8 Pro AI editing, which is actually quite nice. There are some things that I've tested. You might watch my video here, like the audio denoise and all of this, but a lot of them require active internet connection, and most probably from what we have seen, right, they're not performed on the device, right? Like your information needs to go from your phone to the Google data centers via Google Photos, and then processing should happen there. Now, this is something I want to test here also on my Galaxy, so let's just open a picture here and see what we can do with this. Now, under the first menu, we have Magic, Face, Portrait, and Restore Picture. The second menu allows us to manipulate Brighten and HDR. Then we can remove shadows, reflections, we can fix Moire, clear the lens, fix blur, even denoise, apply sharpen, crop, and clean. Then there are some things only for portraits, like face manipulation, portrait, and also again restoring the picture. And then there are some nice fancy things, 24 hours time lapse, sky guide, single take, really the tool helping you replacing your sky with some AI generated sky, and even generating a fake time lapse. Let's try to see if this is gonna work. But first thing first, I want to touch this famous magic button. This is the very exact same wording also Google used in the Pixel 8 Pro. So magic applied. Okay, what kind of magic, guys? This here is the stock picture, okay, and this is here the after result. So I just see that, yeah, it actually looks quite nice. The sharpen has been increased. I think also the face tone changed a bit, so I think that's not bad. Let me just leave a thumb up here and continue with the next. The next option here is the face. So in the face we have smoothness, okay, we have then tone, we have also some tweaks on the eyes, and we have also some things on the jawline, which is actually also present in many of the Chinese phones like MIUI and Oppo and all of this. Like, they're really crazy about this face manipulation, so it's really part of their stock cameras. Now let's just see what we can do with the jaw here. All right, technically just I think shrinking a bit, like pay attention. If I am to go maximize the jawline, we can see this trick here. Okay, so definitely doing some work. And I also like the fact that the interface is quite nice. Now you have this metric menu here and also this digital menu there. So jawline works for sure. Let's now see. I'll guess that we probably can make the eyes bigger. Again, this is really something that people will do, not me in this case, but okay, you can just see like really the eyes are popping up. And then we have the tone. So tone is interesting. You know that Samsung often is accused of not being able to handle skin tones correctly. So I guess now with this tone feature, you can probably just go and edit. Now, right now you see like the original picture is more warm, and the tone that is applied right now is kind of colder, so I don't like this manipulation at all. And I'll check the smoothness of the photo. I'm gonna go now and choose something like X and see what happens. So I guess that, yeah, this will result into some blurry mess. So this is the first thing that we're able to test here under face. Now let's click on the portrait, guys, and let's just see what we can do from this picture. Now remember, even from the stock gallery, we were able to edit a normal picture and create a portrait out of this. So right now, I guess we can also do this here. You can probably just bring up a bit more blur to the photo. Okay, yeah, that's technically what happens. So this is the before picture, and now you see the after picture. So all the cutouts done quite nicely. I hope so, by the way. Let me just try to manipulate this here. Yeah. So you see, everything really works nice. And edge detection is okay, I would say. The next option we have here is the studio. So what does the studio do? Let's go and apply the maximum studio effect. All right, changes again, some sharpness is reduced whatsoever. Then we have high key mono. Okay, and that's a nice effect if you want to get these black and white pictures. Why not? Technically, this is also something you can do. We have the backdrop, so manipulation of a backdrop, and this is really like changing the background, and yeah, it's a bit more artificial, so I don't really like it. But if you want to, let's say, just cut out the person, then you can use this, and maybe use this for your next passport or ID picture. Then we have the color point. You can also play with this. Then we have spin. I guess this will just turn around the whole background and make it like a spin effect. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, see, like they're just spin somehow. And then we have the zoom. So I guess this will just now use the background and we'll zoom it in. So all these things that you can do with the portrait, right, are just applied a bit more on the background and just helping you for the portrait shot to stand out. And then we have the big circle, which I guess is still going to again manipulate what happens on the background. So that's actually not bad. Then we have, guys, restore picture. Now this picture is not so bad, but let's just see what the tool will offer us. So restoring the picture actually reduces the colors. It's a bit more dull, so I don't like that. I'm gonna keep this one and I'm gonna go to the next one. So next is a bit more standard, so we can brighten the picture up. This is more or less like standard manipulation. So when you're brightening up, guys, it will blow a bit the highlights and probably also will play a trick on the shadows, on lowlights. That's not good. Now let's see what we can do on the HDR. So popping up the HDR, again, most probably not the best picture for this scenario. We have to use like a landscape. But now let's see some of the healing that are indicated by this patch here. Remove shadows. All right, let's just see if we're able to remove any of the shadows. It is looking to find those with shadows, guys. And since we don't have so much, but we still have some, right? See, this is the before picture and there are some slight shadows here. I can probably see them. This is the shadow of the dog, and actually it does work quite nice, although it plays a bit of a trick here. But technically this works. Let's try to remove reflection. I'm not even sure if we have reflection in this picture, but just try to see the power and also see the speed of the calculations, which I think are actually impressive. Let's do the clean lens one. I guess this will apply some artificial sharpening. Yeah, not bad, by the way, right? I think the objects on the background now are a bit more visible. And then we have fix blur. Let's go for the fix blur and try to see if we're able to achieve something there. So fix blur, okay, does nothing really on that picture. Let me change the picture and try to do the denoise scenario and see what will happen if I apply it on, let's say, a nature or a landscape picture. Now it's interesting to see if the tool is able to do anything. Oh, in fact it does, by the way, see? Well, I'm applying denoise, guys. This here, I believe, is the before picture, right? And guys, on the right we have the after picture. So I'm not sure what I like. Honestly, I think the before one was technically better for me in terms of colors, but it looks that the grain is a bit more. And now after the denoise, guys, see here, like it seems to have reduced this grain. But if we are to just go and use a 1:1 scale, I don't really see any big differences, but it's an interesting concept and it seems that it's there. So besides denoise, we have also sharpen and also crop and clean. The face things are clear now. This is very interesting, guys. I tried to replicate this. It doesn't really work on any of my pictures. It always tells me that it needs more sky to create a time lapse. That's another photo of mine where I'm trying to create this time lapse, but again, it says that it needs more sky to create a time lapse. That's another picture of mine. So let me just try to hit here. No, picture needs more sky. So I think that there is a general problem with this, guys. Let me show you why. Like, I shot this picture a while ago, so I would say that the sky is just about right here and it's fully enough, but it doesn't really work. And let me show you guys the very same picture, but just opened from the standard gallery, right? Here, boom, I have the 24-hour time-lapse. So I'm not sure if this is something with my phone. I just rather have a feeling that the Galaxy X Enhance or Enhance X, whatever it's called, it's still not achieving this level of greatness, and definitely not on par with the Google 8 Pro, although of course Google 8 Pro AI tools require an active internet connection most of the time. So, and you can also see, like, if that's the time that we're getting, it's rather like, yeah, a bit of a gimmicky. But guys, anyway, this is what I've been able to see and test. So let me know if you're willing to use this Galaxy Enhanced X thing, and let me know if this works for you. So it might all be the case that you're able to achieve better results. So in order for you to have these, guys, to use the latest features, you need to have Android 14, which means One UI 6, and that's kind of the reality. So let's hope that soon enough everybody will get it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. VST over and bye.